Alright guys, so I kind of wanted to give you an idea of how my project progressed. This is the first picture I took. You can see the intake manifold removed, the water pump, tensioner, and belt has also been removed. Kind of see how grimy and dirty the motor was, that it was original in the car, so got a lot of stuff going on in there. You can actually see where some of the water was as well. So this shows you as well how the 241 casting heads are removed. All of the GM torque to yield bolts are removed. Don't reuse those if you're out there. It's pretty common knowledge, but if you're thought about it, don't do it. Some pretty pain in the ass fasteners in the back of both heads that I was only able to get off once the heads were off. So these were BBK 1 3/4 inch primary chrome plated headers. I'm definitely going to go ahead and replace those with some stainless steel 1 7/8 or 2 inch primary headers, and new oxygen sensors obviously as well when it goes back together. The timing set here, I'm sorry, this is not a timing set, this is a timing cover. Here's a Gen 3 timing cover. It does not have the cam sensor incorporated here, so we're most likely going to be going Gen 4, and you'll see a new front timing cover when that comes. Here we have the factory alternator rated at 105 amps from GM, and the bracket, we're going to go ahead and have that bracket sandblasted, cleaned, and painted, and throw in at least 150 amp alternator when it goes back together. So talked about the alternator, the compressor, the water pump, the power steering pump. All that stuff's going to go ahead and get replaced while the car is apart. The car is not a daily, so it's not being down and waiting time, so we're going to go ahead and wait and get everything new once it comes back. Valve covers, probably most likely going to have those replaced as well, but we'll go ahead and hold on to them for now just in case they're able to fit on the Gen 4. So here we have a valley plate of a Gen 3 motor. As you can see, those two holes there, those are for the NOx sensors. We're going to go ahead and get an integrated PCV system and have the NOx sensor holes removed, as they will be relocated on the Gen 3. Here you see I pulled the motor out from the top of the car. So most F-body guys, Corvette guys, they pull it out from the bottom. If I had a lift and I had more room and more patience, I would have done that, but this was really nice. All I had to do was remove the heads and intake first, and then the short block and transmission came out as a whole, just like you see here, and the engine will be going back into the car the exact same way. Not a lot of clearance issues, came out pretty easy, no problems, no clearance issues. Just got transmission fluid everywhere because I was not expecting it to come out of the tail housing. So,
all right, YouTube, what's going on? So it's an update on the project WS6. We are at a good point. We got the motor and trans out, not without a lot of mess, of course. Got some trans fluid coming out of the tail housing, so that wasn't expected. I should have been, but it wasn't. We also got the T56 sitting here. Here's the factory LS1. Looks like this problem child is right here. You can see the valve, where the valve made contact with it, but perhaps even more telling is the hole in the block. Let me see if I can get a shot of that, because that is gnarly. Yeah, so that, needless to say, is horrible. So shot a hole through it. So not going back with that motor. Deciding on whether to get the T56 rebuilt or not before it goes back in. Never had the opportunity to really drive the car, so I'm not really sure what condition it's in. Fluid looked kind of normal, but might still send it off to tick or RPM or something like that. Clutch and flywheel were trash, but making some real good progress. Really excited. This is the halfway point, if you will. So we got a lot more work to do. Now it's just into buying stuff. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. And still haven't decided exactly which way to go engine wise, but we're leaning towards LS3, heads and cam LS3. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you think if you have any other ideas, and we'll go from there.